again, and this time I'm just going the old-fashioned way, and I am not using ManyCam, and I am not trying picture-in-picture, but I tell you, I am not going to be defeated by this technology. I am going to get it. It might take me a while, and I'm sorry when I waste your time, but I hope that I give you courage to try new things. So last night I was, well, I wasn't really recording, but I was playing with it, and it was picture-in-picture. And so at least I got further, there's a little fly, I got a little bit further this time than I did last time. So thankfully I had extra pieces. So I'm going to share with you a very simple card with the Hydrangea Hill paper. So what I did not yet have this stamp set or the dies. So I built the card right around the paper. So before I get started on the paper, I want to share with you my trick for making those super cute bows. Like, isn't that just adorable? So I have this bow maker, and it's just these pegs that I think are about 1/4 of an inch, and the holes are 1/4 of an inch. And you can put the pegs as close together or as wide apart, but what I'm doing with this ribbon is I've just got 2 holes in between. You wrap it around twice, you make an X like this, then flip one piece over the top, put it through the bottom, and then tie it just once. And then the trick is to tie it nice and tight, like so. And then it just slips off, and you've got a bow. It's so nice. Yeah, everybody knows a woodworker who can make one of these things with a scrap of wood. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'd ask my sons to make them, but they're too busy. So you're going to have to find your own person. So there's the bow. And so now what we're going to do is we have a Whisper white, a thick basic white piece of cardstock. Now this one happens to be 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. I usually like to make them the long way, but this works. This is great for putting up on a card string. So here we have it. We have a piece of pattern paper that is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and you want to make sure that the stems are going the right way. Okay, you don't want it going upside down. It doesn't look right. Okay, so do pay attention to that. So we're going to put that on our base. This is Gorgeous Grape, and it's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so yeah. Next time I'm going to try a video, and I'm just going to do it randomly on something so that it doesn't matter so much, but I'm quite proud of myself. I didn't freak out. There, I hope this piece was already cut. Yeah, that's not too bad. So now I want a straight piece. So I just take my ribbon and I lay it across, and I measure so that there's just about a finger width on either side, just enough to tuck around the back. And then we're going to flip it, and I just put some adhesive on the back so that I can stick it to that. Go a little bit further just in case. And then put it the right way in front of you, lay the ribbon down to where you want it. I want it about 1/3 of the way up. Tuck it back. Tuck it back. You could lay it on your grid paper to make sure that it's straight, but I'm eyeballing it. So now we can put the tape all the way around. Okay. There we go. And then make sure again that you're putting it the right way on your card. And there's just a little narrow edge all around of white. So pretty. Now we put the bow on just with a glue dot. Yep, my glue dots are almost done. So just press your bow onto the glue dot, give it a firm press, lift up, and then press it over here. And now we want to have a saying. And in my Coffee and a Card class, I have given everybody, oh, here, I've got it here for my other video. I gave everyone a template. So this template with a whole baggie of all the little sayings in it. So I'm just going to pick one. And actually, you know what? I'm going to turn it so that it's further away. I'm going to lay it like this. And then I'm going to lay this one right on here. Tuck it into the hole nicely. There, perfect. And I'm going to clean off this To an Incredible Woman. I like that. And that saying actually came from Hydrangea Haven. Let's have a look, see. We'll just lay it on there. And then I think I'm going to stamp it in Gorgeous Grape, not in black. It would also look good in Old Olive. Maybe I'll do Old Olive. Let's have a look. There. Okay, I have Old Olive. Then we can tie in the different colors. So I like to put a stamp set underneath my Stamparatus, and look, it came up, but that's okay. We'll just lay it right back down again. A little bit of Old Olive. Tap, tap. And give it a nice press. And there we have it. To an Incredible Woman. And so this is actually a really great die. It cuts so many different sayings. You can add your whatever stamp that you want. It's going to be in the new catalog with an other bonus stamp set. So definitely great value. I'm going to just pop this up. Oh, it does look nice in the green, doesn't it? We'll pop it up over top of the ribbon. And then we're going to add a few pearls. And the pearls were included. They came in, so I was able to include those in your kit. I think it's a good value. It's shipped anywhere in Canada. I'm sorry that I couldn't get it out on time. So people who are getting the kits, they went in the mail yesterday. I have 5 more. If you want one, it's not too late. These videos stay up on YouTube, so you can watch them later and play along later as well. And oops. Yeah, you can add as many pearls as you want. And there we have it. Isn't that pretty? I think so. Now, I don't know if I take out the saying. I like always demonstrating the, let's have a look at this die. This here, I've got gorgeous, great. It's so nice. I'm videoing on my desk and it's right by my drawer. So I don't have to run away to, sorry, silence. I had to dig out this piece of Whisper White. I don't have to run away from my camera to do some stamping with you. So I put all the dies in the inside of my case with a piece of magnetics that I get from the dollar store. And then in the back, I tuck the paper from the dies. They just slip right inside underneath the plastic layer on the die, on the stamp set. So let's have a look-see. And maybe we might just use the Stamparatus. Sorry about that noise. It must have sounded really horrible. This is a really big stamp. It's the flower and the leaf all in one. Okay, so I'm just peeling it off. And let's grab the Stamparatus. I was hoping I had a piece already cut that was smaller. And you know what? I do. So this is good. So we'll move this template out of the way. And I'm going to put this here in the corner, a smaller piece. And we'll take this other one off. I've got my chamois right by me. So we'll clean this off and put it away. All right. So yes, thank you for sticking with me throughout my technological issues. It's frustrating for everybody. And I appreciate everybody trying to help me out last week when things were really going wonky. Let's see, we'll put that here. Move that out of the way. So because there's green and purple on here, I'm going to start with just the flower at the top, and we'll see. You could use a marker as well, but I'm thinking I can get in here and not get it on the leaves. There, I got it a little bit on the leaf. I'm just wiping it off with my finger. Oh, a little bit more there. There is the flower. That's not bad. So now we'll take Old Olive and we'll do the leaves. And you could just take a mat. I'm trying to see. I don't have a sticky note. But if I cover this up a little bit, then it's not as likely to get everywhere. There, that looks not too bad. See? And then it looks like there is a other stamp that you can go over top. So we'll clean this off and we'll wipe it off. And then we're going to layer it. Take that off and put it back on the stamp. I've got stamps everywhere, don't I? All right. We'll move that out of the way. And then look here. There is a layer. So you could do this by itself, or you can layer them. Just peeling this off. See, and then you just lay it on top. This is why the Stamparatus is so wonderful. And I'm not sure if they're meant to go together or if it's one or the other, but that's why we play with our stamps to see what works best. So we'll do that in Old Olive again. And maybe I should stamp off, but I'm going to go full strength. We'll see what happens. It's a little bit dark. That's okay. You know what? While I have it on here, I'm going to just do this. And then we can see what it looks like both ways. So we'll do the top too. I mean, it's terrible looking, isn't it? Does everyone else's look like? That's just what happens. The nice thing is you can just rinse it off under the tap and squeeze it till the water runs clear, and then you're good to go. So here we have for the top. I think that's the right one. Yep. And you can just kind of move it around. See, it's bigger than the flower, so I'm not sure if it's meant to go like that or not, but let's have a look. I think instead of Gorgeous Grape, I'm going to use Highland Heather. Okay, I'm going to lay this here for a second while I look for my Highland Heather. There we go. So, and you'll have to let me know if you have the patience for this or not, for watching me do all the stamps. So I've got Highland Heather. And yeah, that does look quite lovely, doesn't it? And then let's have a look at the dies. That die, we'll cut it out, I'm sure. Yes. See, and then you won't have that extra bit of, see? All those extra bits will just be cut off. So it works out just fine. That's quite nice, actually. Then you could add some cute little pearls in there, and it would look really nice. Okay, let's do a little bit more stamping. I'm just going to move this out of the way. It'll be upside down, but I just want to use up all my white paper. So now, what I like to do is, see, we can do everything at once. Do an Incredible Woman. Here, we'll move that one up high. And this is just, the Stamparatus is great for this. You can do a lot. You probably can't see what that says now, but we'll see it in a minute. We'll have a great reveal. I always like seeing what the stamps look like when they're stamped. It's totally different than seeing them on a page. There, tiny little, my mailman. Maybe that's my new catalog. I hope so. Let me know if you want a catalog. If you don't live in Chatham and you need me to mail a catalog, let me know. I can mail them anywhere in Canada, and we'll talk about the price. I give them away for free in town, but I do need the mailing. I think it'll cost me at least $5 to mail it. So what I do then is I will give you that money back on your first order. Okay? So here are all the words. At least I think that's all the words. And then maybe I'll stamp the rest. I shouldn't get lazy. All right, we'll do it in Gorgeous Grape. Let's have a look, see. See, so now you can see what they say. The world is better because of you. And you make me smile. I love you. A tiny little thank you. I appreciate all the little things you do. And to an incredible woman. I have no idea why my screen suddenly went so bright. Let's see. I have another piece of white here. So we're going to do a little bit more stamping. It looks like there's another tiny little flower, and there are more words. My goodness. Okay. We're going to do them all. So this is quite a versatile set. I think I might have that upside down, but we'll find out. These stamps are super sticky when they are first off, like when you've never used them. When they start losing their stickiness, you can wash them with soap and water. Just make sure that plug is in your sink so that they don't go down the drain, especially these little guys, because that's a sad thing when that happens. So we've got, I'm going to just save that leaf because there's 2 leaves. There's a lot of stamps in here, just a lot of stamps. There's, here we go. And another thing of words that I didn't do last time. And then another leaf, another flower. Oh, okay. You know, your squirrel has a limited amount of patience. I'm going to flip this the other way. And then we're going to pick up all these stamps. There we go. And now we're going to use Old Olive, just because. It's kind of nice that you can stamp them all at once, but I better move my, there. It's looking very messy. But you see, isn't that, oh yeah, that one is upside down. You are capable of amazing things. With love, congrats for you. And then I'm going to just use this on a, well, you know, no, I'm going to show you how to do it with your Stamparatus. We'll just lay this on top, see? And then I'm going to wipe off the other stamps. I'm going to move the other one away. And then we just pick up that stamp right here and then push everything back. Always make sure everything is back tight in the corner. And then we'll just ink up that leaf. And then you can see what happens. There. Isn't that cute? And then there is a little die to go with that. So then you don't have to worry if it's not exactly perfect. And it's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be artsy. But when you cut it out, it's perfect. Okay? Same thing with the little flower. Let's have a look. Here it is. And we'll just, it's in green. It's not supposed to be green. And then you just turn it till it's the right way. And my magnet is in the way. You can't even see it. Let's have a look. See? So you can use them plain or in a layer. Here, I'll just layer this one. And you just turn it till it seems to match. See? Isn't that pretty? Put a little pearl in the middle and you've got something really nice. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that, you know what, I'm going to flip this camera for a minute. Let's have a look. See? Here we go. Here I am. So, yeah, life is unpredictable. And when we try to learn new things, it doesn't always go right the first time. And the trick is to just keep trying till you get it right. So same thing with this coffee and a card, the virtual coffee and a card. You know, you try something new and it's finally after 4 months starting to feel like it's getting into a bit of a rhythm. With my parents being old and fragile, I've been driving there a lot more often. So that sometimes interferes with my schedule. But you know what, in the big picture, that doesn't matter. And I know you guys understand that. So, you know, I tried to get the coffee and a card kits done by the 3rd week so they can be mailed out so that you get them on time for the first Tuesday of the month. But if not, I just tell myself, don't sweat it. Don't sweat the small stuff. And it's all small stuff, except for your relationships with your people, your family. That is not small stuff. So that's what's most important. And that's what I encourage you all to do too. I care about you very much. And I want to help you in your stamping experience. I want I want to give you good value. So I always appreciate feedback. If you think, you know, Jackie, you're charging too much, by all means, let me know. But I would invite you to join me in the process of, you know, you design the cards, then you cut up all the pieces, then you have to sort them and put them into envelopes. Then they get put into a bigger envelope. Then you have to go to the post office to find the right postage. And it's quite a process. But I love all the people that I'm meeting all across Canada. It's just a wonderful way to connect. And I look forward to reading all your comments. I try to answer all of them. And I'm so happy that you're here on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and share with your people, because the more people watch, the better it is for me. So thank you so much. Have a super day. Bye. Now I've got to see if I can finish this thing. Yep.